Here is the beautiful Amari LP10MK turntable. My name is MarioCavolo, and I'm a two-time China author. I've lived here in China for 20 years, and I'm going to explain to you one by one and story by story about the best China audiophile on a budget brands that you can think about. I'm putting together a system myself, starting with this turntable. This is the centerpiece of my new system. I'll tell you about my old system that I had and sold off a couple of years ago. And it's all audiophile, where you're going to get superb sound, but we know we can get it on a budget. We know there's $1,000 equipment out there that sounds as good as some $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 equipment. We know it's true. So hey, if you happen to be rich, okay. But like many of us, I'm not rich, and so I am a crazy audiophile and a professional jazz pianist. I'm on a budget, but boy, oh boy, I want to capture that nice, sweet, pure sound. Nothing like vinyl. And I'm the lucky guy because my vinyl collection, and I'll share that with you too, from the 70s and 80s when I was growing up, is still my vinyl collection, me, my brothers, and our friends. This turntable, in terms of sound and build quality, falls in the range of a Riga P3 to a Riga P6. If you own a more budget startup turntable, that's fantastic, such as a nice P1, a Riga P1, great. Okay, nice starter turntable, but that's what it is. It's a starter turntable. It has a nice sound to it, but it's a starter turntable. It's kind of like it's like a toy. I mean, it's really, really light. I had it in my hand when I went and bought this turntable, you know, and the sub platter underneath is just a little plastic gear, and the platter itself is just like a feather thing. I mean, you know, so different ballgame. We're in what I would have to call, you've got one of these, right? Everybody with a nice turntable's got one of these. This turntable is beginner's audiophile grade. This turntable weighs, I said in the previous video, I was mistaken, 18 pounds. No. This turntable weighs 22 pounds. It's heavy. The platter weighs 5 pounds. It's a thick acrylic aluminum clad. It's military grade. It's freaking amazing. The sub platter weighs 1.5 pounds. I'm going to show it to you all in a moment. And comes with an array of items, unbelievable. Comes with your classic clamp, okay, not a weight, it's your ceramic disc clamp. Goodbye, Wilbert. Goodbye. Away you go. So nice. Comes with a felt pad, you know, and so I asked the gentleman I bought it from, Mr. Huang, my new friend in Guangzhou. That's what I want to tell you. Again, I'm here in China, been here 20 years. So please believe me, I'm going to share a lot of inside information with you, things you have no way of knowing, things that I saw firsthand, including when I went down to the biggest audio brand market in the entire world, which is located in Guangzhou. You want to buy audio gear, you go to Guangzhou. Unfortunately, it's a reverse of the United States. I mean, it's very funny. Some products are cheaper here and more expensive there. Some products are cheaper there and more expensive here. Well, famous name brand audio stuff, like, for example, Italian Sonos Faber here in China, oh my gosh, this stuff is like 50% higher price-wise. I mean, it costs a bloody fortune, okay? Now, what about this? Amari. Sounds familiar? No. Not sold in the States. So Amari started out as a Canadian company, and they, if you look up actually the Amari LP20, LP30, and now like $10,000 crazy looking turntables, not these like classic standard plinth looking romantic ones like Project and Orbit makes, you know, and Riga. These were wild looking, crazy expensive turntables, and well recognized in the industry, super audiophile level. This is their first turntable, and this is their first level, LP to LP10. Okay, so what happened? Canadian company, and they got bought by a Hong Kong company called Hans Acoustic. And so Hans Acoustic now makes the T10 and the T20 and the T30. And you can go to Google up Hans Acoustic. You got their website. You can Google up Amari, amari.cc. You got Amari's website. So I don't know, these two companies are competing, or one guy left and then bought it out. All I do know is that the Hans Acoustic T10 sells for $1,500 and is touted as primo. And it's the same as this. This is the Amari LP10MK. You don't even know it's still being made. Everyone's thinking Amari folded. Hell no, they didn't fold. They're down in Guangzhou, and they're all selling these Amari LP10MK turntables down there. Now look at this baby. Okay. Heavy. Well, let me get this cover off. Heavy dust cover. Everything built. This thing built like a brick shit house. Everything thick plexiglass cover. A beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Put it on the nice little carpet over here. Okay. Now look at this. Metallic suspended platter and subplatter. Unbelievable. Wow. Here's your look at this thing. Look at this. This thing weighs 5.5 pounds. I weighed it. Machine lathe quality, aluminum clad, also with this felt. I mean, just really superb, precise, beautiful piece of equipment here. I bought it from Parts Lab in Guangzhou, my new friend, Mr. Wang. And he's got about $100,000 worth of beautiful equipment, his own system. His reference system is BMW stand mounts. What are they? I don't know if they're 602s, 802s, but they're the stand mount BMWs, 3,000 a pair. And his rack is all Mark Levinson. And his turntable is clear audio, like $2,500 turntable with a over $1,000 moving coil cartridge. I forget which cartridge. So there's the reference stuff. And he said to me, look, Mario, he says, until you start building up the rest of the system and you know, getting to where it really makes a difference, for now, fine, just stick with your felt turntable. It's fine. It's okay. You know, it's not a $3,000 turntable with a $1,000 moving coil cartridge. Just your felt turntable pad. You're fine. You're good. Now look at this thing. Unbelievable. Take that nice little belt off. Look at this subplatter. The subplatter alone is 1.5 pounds. The subplatter, just the subplatter, weighs more than the platter for the P1 and the P2. You know, I mean, and machined, you know, details, machined, super high quality, hydraulic, comes with the hydraulic oil, lubricating oil, and a little injector, comes with the stroboscope disc on one side, and then your vertical tracking angle and a setup cartridge. There's a word for that, that scale. On the other side, comes packed with everything that you could possibly need. Oh, here we go, do like this. And here we go. Turntable built in. Here we go. Sorry, I meant to say preamp built in. There we go. Preamp built in. Look at this thing. Ah, so beautiful. Preamp is a separate preamp, actually. Like you'd buy a separate little preamp box, and then you can screw mount it up underneath the plinth. So here's the plinth, and you can see the spindle and motor assembly, heavy duty MDF plinth, and also this includes that magnetic suspended system, German engineered. So rare to find that at this price point, but it's there. And here we go. Superb feet. There's the spindle assembly, again, beautifully machined. And there's that Amari preamp right there, moving motion, a moving magnet or moving coil, and two separate power supplies, 17 volt for the preamp, 12 volt for the motor, two separate power supplies, one over here and one over here. Okay, so amazing machine, really, really, really well built. And the beautiful thing, Ben, I'm telling you, is the price as well. You know, this machine can be bought, and I bought it in Guangzhou for 600, yeah, $600 US. Okay, and some of you recognize the green. That is an 1895E cartridge. Now, my thanks to many of the audio sites that I've been following, Orpheus, Steve Gutenberg, Ian over at HiViNyws, fantastic. The guy, listen to him. He does all the comparisons, and he's done the cartridge comparisons. I don't need or want to spend a fortune on a turntable. I'm satisfied with the turntable at this level. It's a pretty damn good turntable. And it has, if there's any weakness in it, it might be, oh, you can put a more expensive tone arm in it. You know, Ian talks to me always about, he talks about how the RB250 tone arm is great. Well, you know what? The older version of this turntable had an RB250 turntable. Now it has this tone arm. Now it has this tone arm. As far as I know, it's better than an RB250, but I don't know for sure. I just know it ain't a cheap tone arm. Might be a bit of a weakness in this turntable. I'm not sure. I do want to contact the company and find out a little more about this tone arm. Seems to be a very, very nice piece. And here I have this lovely turntable and what to do. You know, upgrade the cartridge. So what am I going to do? You know, slap on a nicer Audiophile, for example, a 2M Blue, which is very similar to, say, a Nagy MP1010. But I'm going to go higher than that. What I really would like to do, and I have to make sure that I can do it in terms of getting that vertical tracking angle. Can I adjust it? I think I can. And if I can, then I'll go ahead and go with a Nagy MP150. And then as far as my turntable goes, I'm done. And folks, this is a beautiful turntable. Beautiful China audiophile on a budget. With the 1895E, I got to tell you, it sounds beautiful. I'm going back to the States in a couple months. And again, audiophile on a budget. What am I going to pick up? I'm going to pick myself up a pair of ELAC Uni-Fi. What are they? Uni-5s, the three-way, the little three-way, 5-inch woofer with the concentric mid-tweeter. Uni-Fi, F5s, whatever they're called. They're $500 a pair, greatest $500 speakers you could listen to. And there's a few other speakers in that same category, little bookshelfers, right? Between 500, in that $500 range. Could go with the Klipsch RP600s, could go with a couple of other ones. I just know that I'm not going to go wrong with the ELAC Unis, right? I mean, those are beautiful. I want clean, neutral, sweet, clean speaker. I know it's going to image fantastic. And now they're on sale on Amazon for only $340 a pair. Are you kidding me? Okay, so they're a steal, audiophile on a budget. They're a steal, especially when you're driving with nice equipment. So imagine those speakers with this turntable with a nice Nagy MP150 cartridge on it. And then I'm going to go audiophile on the amplifier, audiophile on a budget on the amplifier. There's a very famous Chinese brand. In another video, I'll talk about other Chinese brands, what's good, what's shit. Jungson, Jungson. They make a very famous Class A amp. If you want to be crazy enough to buy a Class A amp, this thing's a monster. It's like 70 pounds, okay? The Jungson 88D 09, they designed it and put it out in 2009. It's, to this day, it's a monster. It's, like I said, 70 pounds. 80 watts a channel into 8 ohms, 160 watts a channel into 4 ohms. Pretty much your best budget, fantastically well-reviewed Class A amplifier out there now. But that Class A amplifier, this turntable, come on, into those little Uni-5s and those little ELACs. See, that's a beautiful, beautiful China audiophile system on a budget. That's it for today. Sorry about that first video. This one's much better. My next video I'm going to do for you, I'm going to review some amazing vinyl finds from my collection and from what I bought in the vintage shop down in Guangzhou when I was there. I'm going to be going back next month too. I'm going to go to the vintage store. I'm going to find more vinyl. You can pick up the vinyl at the vintage shops in Guangzhou for about $10 a disc. It's amazing. And the ones I picked up last time, like Brubeck plays, Bernstein plays Brubeck at Chicago Carnegie Hall, 1959. Oh my God, what a disc. Picked that one up last time. I'll tell you more about discs, vinyl finds, in my next video. Thanks very much.